Hey, ladies.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good. So this episode's going to be pretty fun. So have you ever questioned your own memory or stumbled upon a secret so wild you can't unsee it? Today we're diving into mind-bending misremembrances, anonymous confessions, and one more thing that'll have you questioning reality itself. So buckle up. It's going to be a trip. All right, Krista, you want to start us off?
Sure. I went to San Diego a couple weeks ago, and I did the tourist thing, and we stumbled upon a museum called the Museum of Us. This one exhibition really stuck out to me, and it was called PostSecret. It was thousands of postcards that were anonymously mailed to this one gentleman, and it were secrets that range from funny to really serious and like almost kind of scary type secrets that you're scared to tell anybody. But the good thing about it is it's anonymous. And when we walked into the exhibition, there was a little explanation on how these came about and what to expect. And it said, someone is going to tell you their most personal secret. Each of these postcards were handmade by someone who needed to send their secret out into the world. It needed to be shared. We ask that as you read these cards, remember the real people and lives behind these words, have a sense of humor, a perspective, be understanding, have an open mind and heart. Do you want to know my secret? Millions of people have shared these secrets as part of the PostSecret project. The power is not in the actual postcards, but it's in the conversations that it starts. They spark actions and they also inspire people. It went on to saying like secrets are basically the currency of intimacy. And if you find that one person that you can tell those deep, dark secrets to, you have that actual person that you can trust fully. This website is that avenue that people are allowed to express their secrets anonymously. They're deeply relatable and personable. They allow us to feel alone, but together we feel alone. Like if you go on the website.
So they're telling you to send your personal, deepest, darkest secrets through an email?
You can do email
scary.
or you can create an actual postcard, like you can do a collage, you can send a picture of yourself. I'll show you some like here in a minute of like the different types that they've sent in. This website is actually the most visited non-advertisement blog, and they've had over 1 billion visits and views.
Wow. So there's a lot of secrets out there.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. I mean, this guy, Frank Warren, is the one that created it. He created it in 2004. He worked at a site hotline.
Oh,
And this kind of motivated him to start this because he said that people needed an archive of our hidden selves. So he started off with 3,000 postcards and literally walked along the street and handed them out to people and said, hey, do you have a secret that you want to share anonymously? My address is on here. You can mail it to me and I will collect them as an archive. And he called it an archive of our hidden selves, which I thought was pretty cool. This appealed more to younger people than older people, and women were more willing to do this, of course, because women are more sensitive and they share secrets more willingly than men.
Well, men are probably still afraid they're going to get caught.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, they're going to probably end up signing their name or something, like.
Yeah. Is this guy still alive?
Yeah, oh yeah. When I was watching the video about him, he might have been in his late 40s.
Wow.
So he's
does
probably
he
in
make
his
money
60s.
doing one?
I don't think so. I take it back. He's had 6 books published. He takes the most memorable postcards and he just puts it in the book, pictures of them.
It's freaking genius.
And he publishes it, and he publishes one secret of his own every single time in his book. And he's had 7 exhibitions, and he gets postcards every day to his personal mailbox at his house. That's where he collects them. He has this whole office of all these postcards. He has a card catalog that you see at the library. He has the drawers that are, titled. And he's gotten secrets from every single continent.
What do you think he does if he gets something like a murder confession or, yeah?
There's nothing he can do. I mean, they're all anonymous. So there are a few that stuck out to me. I don't have any pictures of them. But it says, I am a lot better before you know me. Isn't that kind of sad?
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, get better.
Yeah.
I know. I told my daughter that the ice cream truck only played music when it was out of ice cream.
I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to avoid some conflict, Nothing like being out of ice cream for a little child.
I know. This one says, I rescheduled a business conference so I wouldn't miss my dog's birthday.
That's funny.
So here's a picture of what I saw when I walked into the exhibition. These are all postcards.
Wow.
I mean, it was up to the ceiling. It was crazy. And then this one, another shelf of all the postcards.
Wow. So you can you pull them out and read them?
You can, well, those were behind glass, but they were actually like little clipboards that had the postcards clipped to it. They had catalog. You could just kind of flip through it. It was really cool. So this is what hold on, upside down. So this is kind of how it says, be brief, what does it say? Be creative. Let the postcard be your canvas. So that's what it looks like. So in this one, it says, one time I got so mad at my husband that I went out to the garage and beat up my son's piñata and then told him that daddy accidentally ran over it. These are great. And then look how creative that one is. And that one says, I work in a government office, and when I get work that I don't want to do, I shred it.
After all the list been going on, we're not excited about that at all.
Right.
Somebody called those.
This one, these are elevator doors. It says, I pressed the door close button. I just pretended I didn't see you.
That's funny.
Doesn't everybody do that?
Yeah,
Who hasn't done that?
absolutely.
I don't need to write a postcard about that.
Yeah.
I'd do it in front of their face.
Oh my goodness.
So look at all those faces. You recognize them?
I think it's dreamy in there.
Yep.
Nick Lachey.
So this one says, one of these men is the father of my son. He pays me a lot to keep it a secret.
Oh my gosh.
I
Wow.
know. This one?
Yeah.
This
I give
one
decaf
says,
coffee to people who are rude.
I give decaf to customers who are rude to me.
That's very
I love
common.
it.
In the hospitality industry, if it's after an event, everybody's getting decaf even though they think they're not.
This one's
just the basic one, but it says, I'm getting weight loss surgery next month, and what scares me the most about it isn't the dangers of the complications, but that I will finally find out whether people dislike me because I was fat or if they just hated my personality.
Yikes.
Yeah.
She needs a lot more than weight loss surgery, I think.
Right? This one's really pretty looking.
Yeah,
I have 11 secrets that I've never told anyone. It is my biggest fear and my greatest desire to find someone I trust enough to share all of them. And then this one's really neat. Dear birth mother, I have great parents. I found love. I'm happy.
Oh,
this one's kind of like, so Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Everyone who knew me before 9/11 believes I'm dead.
What?
I know.
Ooh, that gave me chills.
So if somebody's watching this podcast and you think somebody died that's a loved one or a friend,
they might be alive.
Research it.
This one says, my ex told me to lose weight, so I lost him.
Good.
That shouldn't be a secret.
No.
Right? And this one, I have not discovered my life's purpose, and I am upset that I can't figure this out. I feel like a lot of people can relate to that.
All of us.
Yeah.
And then this one, I am terrified that my people pleaser personality will keep me from chasing my dreams. Again, I know a lot of people that can relate to that. And this one is the last one. This one, my older neighbor let the weeds grow knee-high in his yard. It looked terrible. Then he died, and it dawned on me that he just needed help. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I know,
heartbreaking.
right? All right. Well, yeah, and there's some really crazy other ones. I believe he posts new ones every Sunday. He's still doing it, so yeah.
And we'll post the link to the website where you can go see them.
Yeah.
And the details.
Or you can send a secret.
Yeah.
Anonymously.
I think that's great. I love that. I think there was a guy that has a secret. Well, his secret wasn't kept very long because he got busted, but that's what my story is about. Brad Sigmund is going to be the first person in 15 years to die by firing squad on Friday in South Carolina. Yes. So apparently what he did, he's 67 years old, and he beat his ex-girlfriend's parents to death with a baseball bat. They were in two separate rooms, and he just went back and forth beating them until they died.
Jesus.
And that was in 2001. So he was sentenced to death. And so he's going to be killed by firing squad. There are 3 people in the firing squad room. They're behind a wall. I guess they must stick the gun through a hole so nobody can see the people that are shooting, so it's completely anonymous.
That's like old school, right? Didn't they do that in the olden days? They used to do that.
Well, yeah, but apparently it's becoming more popular because they get to choose. Do they want a lethal injection? Do they want the electric chair? Or do you want firing squad? It seems
Why
so
would you choose that?
archaic to
Well,
me,
that's
but
probably the quickest way, right? I
I
mean,
don't know. I
well,
would do the lethal injection.
but
so
isn't there like 3 steps to that?
well, there are 3 steps. Plus, sometimes people linger on for about 20 minutes before their body just shuts down. It just depends on how receptive you are to the pentobarbital. But also, the problem with people choosing to be dying by a lethal injection is that these drug companies do not want to send the drugs to them because they don't want to be known as killers, which is what they are,
Kind of ridiculous.
So just 3 inmates in Utah have faced firing squad since 1976. But more and more states are accepting that as a not cruel and unusual punishment. Apparently, they put a hood over the inmate's head so he can't see anything. They give them pentobarbital, which it relaxes them and puts them kind of to sleep. So basically, it probably sounds kind of really drowsy and
Drunk?
sleep. Yeah, it's pretty strong though. If you get too much of a dose, you can die from it. So they get that, and they then put the hood over. They shoot him. They put a target on their heart so that the guy they're shooting, or the people, it could be a woman too. The 3 people are shooting directly for the heart because then he'll die. They'll die the quickest. It's this Friday night, the 7th at 6 p.m. So just before that, they do all the stuff where they check and make sure that he's healthy and let him say his last words and all the kind of things. He tried to delay the execution because he wanted to make sure that the last person that they did it to was given pentobarbital, but they haven't received the autopsy yet. So they're, I'm like, how is this?
Let me see if they took it well.
He said, I am not choosing the electric chair because it's gonna, what were his last words?
Why would you choose that one?
He said, it will burn and cook me alive. You must have watched The Green Mile.
Hello, yeah.
Remember that part on The Green Mile?
Yeah,
so
burned alive.
I mean, I don't think we're dealing with a rocket scientist here. I think he had a long history of a bad raising, and and he said he was mentally ill, which I would think you have to be somewhat mentally ill to beat people to death with a baseball bat. But he said if he couldn't have his girlfriend, nobody was going to have his girlfriend or her parents, apparently.
Sounds
he got
like
out of the car. He tried to kill her. Yeah.
He tried to kill the girlfriend too?
Mm-hmm. She got out of the car.
Jeez.
She was able to get away from him. He shot at her, but he missed. Sounds like he should have written a couple of postcards prior to making these bad decisions.
Jeez.
But it's this Friday night, and
they're not gonna put that on TV, are they?
I don't think so, but they only stand 15 feet away. They're 15 feet away. And South Carolina built this whole death chamber. So the electric chair is in the room where the firing squad chair is. And the firing squad chair is literally just a chair where he sits with the black thing over his head and a bullet fly on his heart. And it has a catch pan, a drip pan, so that the blood, whatever, is going to come running out of his body. It's just so crazy to me to think that we're talking about putting people on Mars and the moon, and we're still shooting people to death for, what's that?
Did they say what kind of guns they're using? That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that you're right. I mean, it's 2025. I mean, so is it part of that, like the showman of it? Like,
maybe
these are your options,
But I don't know why don't they just shoot them with heroin? I mean, people die every day with fentanyl and heroin.
Why give them option?
Stuff is such a big deal.
You don't get an option. You don't.
Right.
You lose that right. You've lost that right.
Exactly. It's like when your kids are growing up and the kids specifically. I mean, I have 3 boys and one of them just wants to be outside playing all the time. And so if he's in trouble, then he's definitely going to his room to sit there and think about it. And the other one wants to sit in his room and play video games. So he's getting the beating. Like, why do you let them choose? You gotta,
All right. So do you guys think that the punishment should fit the crime?
Yeah, I'm all for castration. You diddle a kid, you get your nuts cut off. I'm all for that.
Me too.
Should have beat him with the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, can you imagine having to do that though? These the shooters have to go through some mental training and going to make sure that they're okay and they're not going to get PTSD knowing that they shot somebody that couldn't get away.
Well, that's true. I guess you don't really think of it like that.
Yeah, I don't know that I could actually lob somebody's nuts off or shoot them. But
I think they should allow the family to do it.
Yeah, but
honestly,
they probably wouldn't, would they? I mean, I mean, I wouldn't be able to shoot the guy, even though
Someone beat your parents with a baseball bat?
it was 24 years ago, so I don't know.
Well, they
Maybe
shouldn't make him sit in jail for that long. I mean, that's ridiculous.
No, we're paying. And apparently South Carolina put $55,000 or something into building this room. $54,000 in 2024 to construct an area for the firing squad.
Oh, that's nice.
Death chamber is what it's called.
Death chamber.
And there's bulletproof glass for the witnesses. I mean, can you imagine sitting there? I'm like, sure, sign me up. I would love to go watch somebody get shot to death.
No, and if you're shooting with a rifle, I mean, that's not like a clean shot. That's
Well,
not
they're behind a wall.
Just gonna
and whatever bullets they're using is designed to do that. It's designed to enter the body and go everywhere.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, so they can't actually see him being shot.
No.
Okay.
No, but
they can just hear it.
But the people that are watching can see him.
Oh, that's what
shot.
I mean. The people that are watching can.
The audience.
It's bulletproof glass, but the audience can. It's and I mean they have journalists in there and
Yikes. Ugh.
He said he did not choose a lethal injection because witnesses to the 3 previous executions since the state moved to using massive doses of pentobarbital have said that even though the condemned prisoners appeared to stop breathing and moving in a few minutes, they were not declared dead for 20 minutes. So why can't they just give them fentanyl? Like, I mean, if it's as bad as they say, why wouldn't they just do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
One guy,
his
name Freddie
Why does
Owen.
he get to pick up the most humane way of dying? Come on.
Agree. Freddie Owens was the first inmate killed with the new protocols, but he refused an autopsy for religious reasons.
Oh, I'm sure.
What the guy? Oh, the autopsy for the drugs.
Yeah, because he doesn't want an autopsy for religious reasons. So.
His religion doesn't let him.
Yeah. But he let him kill or rape or whatever he was in there for. I think. Crazy story. You know, I'm trying to, when doing my research for this week's podcast, I'm trying to find crazy stories. Just some stuff you just can't make up.
There's too many.
I would not have thought I was going to stumble on a news report stating that there is going to be a death by firing squad.
No.
It seems like Django kind of stuff. You know.
Right. Oh my God.
Django.
So mine is the Mandela Effect. You guys know what it is, right?
No.
Not
Okay,
really.
so the Mandela Effect is when you truly believe that something happened, like Ed McMahon in the Publishers Clearinghouse. Everybody saw Ed McMahon.
Wait, that didn't happen?
No.
What?
Right. That's the Mandela Effect. Like,
Valid.
I mean, specifically remember him going to people's homes holding balloons with a big check. They're saying it absolutely never happened. Exactly. So here's some other ones that are just crazy. So Scooby-Doo, remember Shaggy?
Uh-huh.
Do you ever remember him having like a big Adam's apple?
I think I have heard about this. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have an Adam's apple. There's nothing. The Wizard of Oz. Remember when the Wicked Witch sends her monkeys off to go after Dorothy and she says, fly, my pretties, fly? She never said that. She said, fly, 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 fly. She never said, fly, my pretties, fly. I can honestly say that I remember that. Like, I'm going to have to watch the movie again because I remember that.
Why? So what causes this?
It's like a glitch in the universe. It's the Mandela Effect where whether someone said it differently at one time or something like that. Is Danni researching this right now? And you know what? I'm sorry because I figured you guys had heard about it or else I would have pulled up more information about it.
The Monopoly guy is the one I heard about.
Listen, let me get to my stuff.
Colin told me about this.
The next one I have is, remember the movie Shazam where Sinbad played a genie?
Yeah.
Never happened. There's no such movie of it.
I saw it. I watched it.
Find it. Find it now. See if you can find it.
So they just took it off? Is it because Sinbad died in real life?
No, it never happened.
My kids watched it. We watched it. I'm not crazy. I watched it with my children.
See if you can find it.
Looney
Tunes is Looney Tunes, Tunes, not Toons.
Yeah,
like
I knew
you would
that.
think it would be for cartoons, Toons. The Monopoly Man was my next one that Danni stole from me. He does not have a monocle, but they said that people sometimes confuse him with Mr.
Peanuts.
Planters Peanuts,
Yeah.
Double stuffed Oreos. The stuff is spelled STUF, not STUF. C3PO has a silver leg.
No,
Yeah.
he doesn't.
His right leg, the bottom of his right leg is silver. He's not all gold.
You know, I
Why are they
never
messing with
noticed
us
that.
like
I'm a big
that?
Star Wars fan, and I've
See-
never.
Right?
Colby
The
used to
next-
play with their little people, and they always had 2 gold legs.
Yeah, I guess in the movie he has a half of a silver leg. Risky Business, Tom Cruise's big scene when he
With
slides
the
out.
underwear? Yeah.
No, he doesn't have sunglasses on.
I don't think I remember that. I wasn't looking at the sunglasses. To be
Oh,
honest with
what
you.
were you looking at?
Tidy
He was a
whities.
child then. Silence of the Lambs. Remember when
Clarice?
Hannibal Lecter said, "Hello, Clarice"?
Yeah.
He never said it. He said, "Good morning."
My God.
Well, I'm watching
And
Silence of the Lambs tonight.
And
And-
Shazam.
Yeah.
what does the big bad wolf say to the 3 little pigs?
I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down.
No,
Or in.
apparently not.
In.
It's blow your house in.
In. I think
In.
I do know. I think it is in.
Is that not crazy? I mean, and there were so many other ones that you're sitting there thinking like, there's no way that this is true. Like this is
Why
just
did they call it the Mandela Effect?
You know what? And
He
that's
never
my
really
fault.
went to prison?
I think it was something about when he died. There was something.
Oh, this is about oh, okay. This is based on him.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just crazy because when you look back at these, the other one was like Kit Kat. So people think there's a hyphen between Kit Kat and there isn't.
No, there isn't. Right. It's one word.
I'm trying to think of what else was on there that are just, you're sitting there thinking like, I've totally lost my mind. But I mean, the Ed McMahon, like that one.
That is correct. We used to get the things in the mail, no?
And you
there
go
was-
through 25 pages and buy all the magazines
And the
Well, there was
stamps?
Publishers Clearinghouse,
they
but
just,
it wasn't.
It was a racket.
He never went to people's. I even think I remember seeing his picture on like the Publishers Clearinghouse thing, the envelope, but apparently not.
Maybe you're thinking of Star Search.
That wasn't Ed McMahon, was it?
It
I think so.
was, yes.
Oh God. Okay,
Oh, you guys are dating us, so could you please stop that?
I know. Really, please stop that. All right, so now we're going to move on to.
This is BS.
Oh boy.
I love that. That's funny.
All right, Krista, what do you got?
Well, I had one, of course, and I can't remember it, but I did think of another one. This is BS that it costs so much to be healthy.
I was thinking about that this morning.
Trying to supplement like yoga or something into my workout schedule, and it's so freaking expensive. Like I need another job just to pay for my
to go to
gym
class.
memberships and supplements and all this nonsense. Yeah. So
I used
bullshit.
to love to go to bar class. I agree. And bar class is like $30 for a 1 hour class. I'm like, you guys are pretty proud of this.
Yeah.
But it does work. But you're right. That is BS. You know, it's capitalism, I guess, you know.
Well,
but
I mean,
you're right.
it's
It is
supplements.
expensive. What's that balance of nature that you always see those commercials, and the guy that started it, he's like, I didn't start Balance of Nature to make it a company. Well, then I'm like, well, then why the hell is it $160 a person per month?
Yeah. A
Yeah.
month.
Don't
You
tell
gotta
me you
take
didn't
6
start
pills
that.
a day. You gotta take 6 pills a day.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. That is BS.
That is BS for sure.
My BS is I just moved here about a year and a half ago. This will be my second March. And all the weather, the season change for Florida happens in March. I have already raked my yard 3 times, filled up 85 cans, and Lord help me if those cans are over 50 pounds, because then they just leave it for the next week. And I'm like, dude, you know it's going to rain, and my leaves are going to be wet, and the can is going to be even heavier. Not to mention, I'm literally shoveling pollen off of my driveway. Now, it's better than shoveling snow, and I will give them that. But I have never seen so much pollen in my entire life. And it happens in the 30-day period in March, all of the season. And that is BS.
Try driving a black car.
Yeah, I know. I had one. It's pretty bad. White's pretty bad, too.
We should have known each other before you moved down here. I would have told you never buy a house with a bunch of oak trees around it.
Well, I live in Woodland Park. I have 5 oak trees in my yard. They are the bane of my existence.
They're disgusting.
Yeah, if I'm not worried about them getting blown onto the house during hurricanes, I'm raking leaves constantly in March. So that's
our
BS.
whole backyard we took out 9 oak trees in our backyard. in our
Yeah,
side
and
yard.
it's BS that it probably cost you $15,000 to do it.
It was a little cheaper than that because we had one that fell into our neighbor's lanai, but that's like, I can't stand it. We have the one out front still that's beautiful,
Yeah.
and there's no way Jamie's ever going to get rid of that. But once we got rid of all of it, and we have no leaves in our backyard, we have no shade, but we have no leaves in our backyard now. Oh my
nice,
God. All right, these things are getting thrown away.
It's
Jesus.
so nice, though, that it's liberating to not have to. Currently, we don't have a cage due to Hurricane Milton, so we're just constantly.
But you're in Florida, and it's beautiful.
But I'm in Florida,
and
the
it's
weather
sunny.
is amazing.
April will be better. April will be better.
I have one other short. It's a little political BS story, and we can get into it next time. I can't get away with not doing it because it's really, really driving me.
We got time.
I just think it is total BS that Casey DeSantis, by the way, her name is Jill. She goes by Casey. Casey DeSantis thinks that she's qualified to be the governor just because she is the governor's wife. I think there are plenty of qualified people who can be the governor of Florida, and it really chaps my hide that she thinks that she should be running for governor. And I do not want to take anything away from Governor DeSantis. He is definitely one of, if not the best governors of all time. But that doesn't mean his wife is qualified to be governor.
Right.
So that is my BS story. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
That's okay. All right. So my BS story is that you can't twist your head around to see your back. Like
if you're a mom, you can.
Owl.
You got
If you're an
mother.
owl,
You got your eyes in the back of your head.
You cannot. Like, I want to be able to turn around and be like, okay, my butt looks good in those pants, or this is just not flattering at all. Right?
You can be an owl.
Yeah.
Owls can turn their heads all the way around.
This is why I know that God has a sense of humor, because he does things like this where, we're gonna give you a butt that like men drool over asses, but we're not gonna let you see it, but the whole entire world is gonna see it but you.
I think God does the opposite. I think he doesn't want me to see my butt full on like that, because then I'm not gonna wear anything. I will never leave the house.
I did see a secret where this man submitted, it said, I don't open doors for women to be polite. And then he had a little picture of his license plate. It said ass man.
Oh,
Jeez.
That's funny.
He's not being very anonymous
man
there.
opens the door for you. Be wary what he's looking at.
He's not getting what, he's not getting to get into that deal.
My other one that goes along with it is I would love to be able to take my arms off at night. So like if I'm laying on my one side, what do you do with your arms? Sometimes your arms just don't know where to go. It would be nice just to be able to set it on the nightstand and be like, okay, I'm going to roll this way.
Pop them off like a Barbie doll.
I guess you got to sleep on your back. Better for us anyway.
Oh yeah, and the cleavage wrinkles, yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. My other BS, cleavage wrinkles. What?
This is a really good podcast. I think it was fun. Hopefully everyone thinks it's fun. Everyone, leave a comment and tell us what you think a good BS story is.
Yeah.
When you're just walking down the street, you're like, that is such BS.
Exactly.
I have a million of them, but now that I have to think of them every week, then I'm like, it just doesn't come to me.
That was when Krista said that today. I'm like, you complain more than anybody on Facebook about everything. How have you not talked about like traffic or people cutting you off?
I know. I need
having a black car.
As soon as I think of it, I need to type it in my phone and keep a log. Yeah.
You know what else is BS? When you get your nails taken off because you're trying to let them heal and your nails are like less than paper thin. That is BS. What are they doing to me?
Yeah, that is BS. I agree with you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's our episode for today. If you're listening to us on a streaming platform, you can find the video version of this on YouTube. So find this there. We'll put the link in the description. And have a great day, everybody.
And we love likes and comments and shares.
Definitely.
Even the comment about us being drag queens, that was okay too. We're fine. Whatever your opinion is, let us know.
They're probably a Democrat.
But these are real. If they weren't real, I would make them a lot bigger.
On that note.
Have a good day.
Wait, that's actually another one of my BSs. Like I always said that if I were to ever get implants, I'm going to install them with squeakies. So when you squeeze them, they sound like squeaky toys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then Smokey's going to go after you.
Cats will go crazy.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, you don't think
not
the whole
me. I
thing
want to
through.
fly under the radar.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you sit there saying these are real. These are
Yeah, there's a backstory. We can share it next time.
All right. Bye everybody.
Bye.
Be fierce.